Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and I got another superhero what if for you. Now, this is kind of inspired by stories like Superman Red Sun, a little bit by Flashpoint with Thomas Wayne having been Batman, which in the periphery sounds like a great idea, but I never read the story, so I don't know if it's actually worth looking at. But basically, I've been wondering for a while now if baby Clark, baby Kal-El, whatever, came crashing down rather than in Smallville, Kansas, to be raised by the Kents. What if he landed in Gotham to be raised by the Waynes? Basically, this kind of the motivation behind this is kind of that old debate about, are the motivations that Superman has at the end of the day the same motivations Batman has at the end of the day? And because I've heard people talking about Batman from a psychological standpoint, saying that he's really on the cusp of going into psychological problem territory with what he does. And I don't necessarily agree with that. But, in the framework of baby Clark, being picked up by the Waynes, I'm sure he would be named something else because they'd have no reason to call him Clark. But, the story plays out the same. Joe Chill kills the Waynes. And I just kind of foresee a situation where the Waynes might actually favor Clark over Bruce, because here's this little boy with these strange abilities. They might even put him on show, who knows, as this sort of world wonder. And I could just see Bruce really feeling like the lesser cared for, And so if basically, if Clark were raised by the Waynes, could he have followed the same path Batman did? And if so, with Bruce himself being sort of the lesser cared after brother, might he have, created a psychological complex where he could have become a villain? These are really interesting questions, and I basically am putting the question to you guys. Do you think Superman could have made a convincing Batman? Would he have made those choices to become Batman? And I think it's a really interesting question. There are so many different levels to it. But I also have a little bit more of a fun question for you, which is basically to ask, as far as your ultimate crossover goes, I mean, this could be anything. It could be comic book characters, anime characters, movie characters, bands of musicians even. I mean, Beethoven and Ozzy. Let's see that happen. Um, whether it's a crossover type thing or a team up that you've seen before and didn't really think was done well enough, or, something you're really anticipating. I mean, Doctor Who and Star Trek The Next Generation is a pretty big one that we're actually going to get, and that's one of my all-times. I mean, I cannot wait to see that. So as far as that goes, what is your ultimate crossover? Whether you've seen it before and you'd just like to see it done better, or you've never seen it. As I said, characters from movies, comics, bands, whatever. What would be your ultimate crossover? So that's going to be pretty much it for me, and I'd love to hear from you either way. And I'll catch you later. Peace.